today we're going to go through our top 10 games that we want to play. Worker Placement Edition. Worker Placement Edition. But before we get into it, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell because board games are awesome. And that's what we do here at Legends of Nirvana. Now, before we go to our top 10, how many do you think we're going to have to overlap?
Well, this is a really hard one. First of all, these are games we actually have in our collection that we discovered while we were making our top 10 lists for worker placement games.
Is that true?
The list I provided to you was
I may have...
You went off the list?
I may have not followed that list completely.
Okay, well then my list is all ones that we actually can play and have in the collection.
There's only 2 that might not be.
Okay.
I know the rest are on there. So I'll go first. So my number 10 is Chamira Station. So basically you get to play little aliens and you put your little aliens together and they have all these different abilities. It just looked really cool. And so I don't know if we have it or not, but I wanted to play it because it is a worker placement, but your workers you can modify, and that just seemed really interesting to me, that you could be able to do that to give yourself a strategy. So that's why I have it on my list, because it sounded like a cool mechanism that I wanted to participate in. You get to play little aliens, so why not? So
number 10 for me is Madeira. This is one that is it's in the top 400 Board Game Geek games. It's been on the shelf for a very long time. It's a 2013 release, and the board just looks interesting to me. It's just it's one of the heavier Euro games, so when I saw it and I looked at it, I was like, okay, this is one I don't know why I haven't played yet.
Well, you better pull that one out then. That sounds good. All right. So my number 9 is Holmes, Sherlock, and Mycroft. So from what I understand, it's a 2-player worker placement, or 2 players. And that is why it made my list, is because, so from what I understand, that basically there's cards that get laid out, basically people that you go to ask questions of. But if we both go to the same location, then we end up exhausting them. And so if we both go to really good spots, then we could not have them for the next round. I thought that was an interesting concept. It's a 2-player, it's a worker placement, and it's Sherlock Holmes.
I love Sherlock Holmes.
So that's why
I don't think we own that one though.
Well.
Okay.
I didn't realize that was part of the specification. So that's why it's on the list. And you gotta admit, it sounds pretty cool.
Sound cool.
So that's why it's on there.
All right. My number 9 is Bruxelles 1893. And this one...
So I've heard about this one. I was watching some top 10s.
So yeah, this has been on the shelf again. It's a 2013 release. Been on the shelf a long time. I think maybe 2013 was just a bad year for gaming for me. But it's an economic and game, and it's an interesting historic time period. I mean, the box is very similar to the box for Bruges, which we have played. It's just one that everything about it looked interesting. We haven't gotten into the table, but it's been on the shelf.
It sounds like we just need to get our piles, and then that way we know what piles to work from. All right, my number 8 is Stay Out of My Dungeon, because it just, Stay Out of My Dungeon, just the title alone. It just, the title alone justifies wanting this on this list.
Yeah.
Stay out of my, because how many times do I say stay out of? I feel like I think I can resonate with the theme. So that's why this is on there.
Yeah, I mean, it looked interesting when I backed it on Kickstarter, and then it came in a flurry with a bunch of other Kickstarters and ended up on the shelf.
So, all right, what is your number 8?
My number 8 is one from one of our favorite designers, Ryan Lockett, and that's Near and Far. It's been on the shelf for a long time.
We haven't played that yet?
We have not played that one. We played a lot of
I thought we did.
his.
That's why it's not on the list.
No, we got it out one time. We actually set it up to play, but it's I think a legacy game, and Corey wanted to play, and then he couldn't be here.
And Andrew wanted to play.
Yeah, and so it never got played. It just got put back on the shelf.
Well, Corey and Andrew, we ain't waiting any longer. It is now on this list. So, all right. My number 7. I hope we have this one. This may not also be the Manhattan Project, Energy Empire.
We do have that one.
Oh, good. So, it just looked really interesting. I liked the fact that there's a common board, but you get to create your own worker area, and so that just seemed really interesting to me. So I think that really would fit my player style because I literally stay away from my stuff.
Well,
so that might fit.
I don't even know if you've played the original Manhattan Project.
I have not.
So that's one we ought to get out. There's actually an app for it, but there was. I think it's become obsolete with iOS updates. But yeah, that's a really good game. So we need to get that one out at some point. The original. I don't know about this one yet, but my number 7 is one that's one of Dodd's favorite games. Don't know why I've never gotten it out. I've just never gotten around to learning it. It's a heavier game, and that is Dominant Species. It's one of the highest ranked games. It's number 79 on Board Game Geek right now.
And we haven't played it yet?
We've never played it. It's a heavier one. It's a GMT game, and it's...
So maybe we need to invite Dodd over to teach us.
Yeah, probably should get him to teach it. That would probably be the best choice, because it's definitely one that's going to take some learning curve.
My number 6 is Architects. So I just heard so many good things about it. That's why it's on this list. It's mainly because peer pressure.
Or Architects of the West Kingdom?
It's the red box.
The red box is Architects of the West Kingdom.
So that's the one because peer pressure. That's why this is on this list. Sheer peer pressure. All right.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of those games, the West Kingdom ones. I picked it up because it was a daily deal at Card House one day for
we got to play it and peer pressure.
Yeah. My next one, I'm not even sure if I could pronounce, but I got it a long time ago as another daily deal at Card House, and it's Haspelknecht, the story of early coal mining. So this one actually was recommended. I posted on Facebook some pictures of the collection one day for like Shelfie Day or whatever on one of the board game groups. And out of all the games, somebody called that one out and said, "Oh, I love it. You should." And I'm like, I haven't even played it, but I've got it on the shelf here. So he's like, it's an awesome game. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm taking your recommendation. We'll try to get that up soon.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to do that. My number 5 is Caverna. I love Agricola. I feel like we should play it because it should be just as good, I feel like. And I know you have, but I haven't. So I want to get this one out and give it a go. So it's because I like Agricola. That's why it's on this thing.
yeah, definitely not reviewed it. Number 5 is one I keep talking about over and over and over again that I have not played and really should have, and that's because it's the sequel to The Last Will. Which is one of my favorite worker placement games. Didn't quite make the top 10, but this is the Prodigals Club. It's supposedly it combines with The Last Will, where you can play it as one Uber game, and so I really need to learn it so we can play the base game and then play it with the whole.
Okay, cool. All right, you've mentioned this more than once. We need to really do this.
That's why it's number 5 on my list.
All right. My number 4 is on this list. I may have played it before, but I don't remember it. So it's Coinumbra. So I know you have.
You played Coinumbra. That would not belong on this list.
Listen.
We haven't reviewed it.
We haven't reviewed it, and I said I'm gonna put it on there if it looked interesting because I don't remember playing things. So Coinumbra is literally, guys, I have to look at our channel to know what I've played. Okay, there's too many games. So that's my number 4. I have a feeling I'm gonna like it. So here you go.
My number 4 is a space-themed game, and it's by Vladimir Sushi, and it's called Pulsar 2849.
We've played that one.
No, we have not.
We've played Pulsar. I've pulled that one up because it looked interesting, and I was like,
it's still sleeved. I have not.
No, we played Robert's version.
Robert doesn't have it to my knowledge. We have not played it.
It's whatever. The board looks familiar. I could be wrong.
Nope, I have not played it.
I feel like it's a very space
it looks interesting. It's a space themed game. I love space games. Definitely want to get it to the table soon. And that way we can confirm we've played it.
Okay. Hey, I got Coinumbra on here. That's fine. All right, number 3, Village. I feel like that I should have played this already. Just by the name alone. Literally, you build your village. I was like, that's a thing I would do. Like, why is it this? I think I would play that. And it's actually ranked pretty high. So I was like, why not? All right, what's your number 3?
Oh, well, it's another one where you build villages, but it ain't called Village.
What?
Aural et Labora. It's a UA Rosenberg game, lookout game, of course, because that's what he does all this stuff for. And it's a city building game. It's a village building game, I believe. But yeah, I mean, I don't know why. Actually, no, I think it is a city builder. The next one I got is the village builder. We'll get to that.
All right, so my number 2 is Fields of Aural. I do believe it's a 2-player. Worker placement.
Yeah, the expansion made it a 3-player, I believe. But yeah,
but me and Randy are 2 people. So it's another good one that that's one of the things I was looking for, stuff that, because it's hard to find legit games that play it too. Mm-hmm. So that, when it's specifically made for 2, I feel like it's a little bit better. A lot of times 2-player, they'll get a little combat-y, but I don't think this would be the case because of the worker placement. So that's why this one's on my list. Plus it's like Fields of Aural. It sounds like very, I feel like I'm being into it.
Mm-hmm. So my number 2 is, like I mentioned, a village builder. It's also my lookout games. It's a heavier version, I believe, and that's the Colonists. This one is I got it out. It's very intimidating, and I put it back on the shelf because it's got a very long rule book, and it looks like a lot of bits, and just trying to learn it.
Yeah, well, that means we'll probably like it once we learn it.
Yeah. And then forget how to play, and by the next time we get to play it.
Hey, that happens more often than I want to talk about. So my number 1 shouldn't be a surprise. It shouldn't. It is something I can't pronounce. The Inca Empire. Anyway.
Tawantinsuyu.
Yeah, that one. One of the, I guess, for me, there's a bunch of Native American themed games, and this is the one I haven't played, and so I deserve to play it. And that is why it's my number 1. I love Zulkan. I love Tekken, whatever. The other one. Whatever. And so this one, I feel like, why haven't I not played this already? So that is why that one's on my list.
Teotihuacan we played.
Yes, we played Teotihuacan, Zulkan.
We played Tekken.
Yeah, so that's the only one we have not played, and I deserve it. What is your number 1, Randy?
Well, my number 1, it comes from another one of our favorite creators and from one of our favorite publishers. It's from Vidal's Lacerda. And it's from the Eagle Griffin Games big box collections like Gallerist and all of those. And it is on Mars. It's another space theme
We've gotten that out, but we didn't get to play it.
I've never gotten it out.
Oh, I thought we did.
No, it's a beautiful game. I
thought
really
it was
wanted to.
really big, and we couldn't.
No. I've got several games by Lacerda that we have not gotten a chance to play yet, and I would really like to get that one. There's Escape Plan. I believe is another one we haven't gotten to the table yet.
Okay.
But this one is Board Game Geek rank of 52. It's way up there.
We need to play this one.
Yeah, definitely need to get out. It's just, from what I understand, it's the heaviest of the Lacerda games.
We really need to get this out. So what did you think we're missing? What do you think? You've seen some of the reviews that we've done. So what other worker placements should we partake in? I have a feeling these will be our upcoming reviews.
Some of them, yeah. I'm afraid that some of these may cause us to have to do a re-edit of our top 10 list. Is my
well, I mean, we just play them and we'll do it again at the end of the year. It's part of the world. So yeah, some great stuff. All right, guys, we'll catch you guys later. We hope you have a great time. See you. Bye.